Justin Trudeau has been in overdrive, rapidly swelling Canada's federal workforce in a desperate attempt to conceal the deepening fissures within our crumbling economy. This overt push for public sector expansion allows the government to trumpet job growth like a hollow victory, but in reality, it's a brazen act of short-term manipulation that chains taxpayers to an enormous long-term burden. Since assuming office, Trudeau has added a staggering 100,000 federal employees to the public payroll. With an average salary of $82,000 per employee, this alone sends taxpayers reeling with an annual tab of $8.2 billion. But the financial hemorrhage doesn't stop there. Employers are required to shell out matching CPP and EI contributions, racking up an additional $539 million every year. When you throw in operational costs, think office space, equipment, and benefits, we're now looking at another $720 million annually. Let's not forget about the looming specter of pension liabilities. Each newly minted employee is entitled to lifetime benefits, averaging $32,800 annually after just 20 years of service. And since these pensions are indexed to inflation, the total cost skyrockets to over $61 billion for a mere 15 years of retirement. When all these figures are combined, the taxpayer price tag rockets past a staggering $250 billion over the next 20 years, just for Trudeau's 100,000 new hires. This financial black hole is an albatross around the neck of our economy. As of 2023, Canada's federal public service boasts a workforce of just shy of 360,000 employees. Maintaining such a colossal federal bureaucracy will bleed taxpayers nearly $1 trillion over the next 2 decades. This shocking reality unveils how unsustainable and out of control the federal bureaucracy has become, begging for urgent reform. Let's juxtapose this with our neighbors to the south, the United States. When adjusting for population, the numbers are shocking. Canada's federal bureaucracy is nearly double that of the U.S. If we were to scale it to an equivalent U.S. population of 345 million, Canada's public service would balloon to an eye-watering 3.1 million bureaucrats, dwarfed only by the 1.8 million in the U.S. But here's where it gets even more revealing. At this adjusted scale, Canada boasts more federal government employees than the U.S., while having an embarrassingly small number of federally employed military personnel. Where the U.S. invests heavily in defense and national security, Canada has squandered its resources on an ever-expanding administrative state, overflowing with bureaucrats whose contributions can hardly be considered economically productive. This reckless expansion is not merely a budgetary conundrum, it's a systemic collapse akin to a malignant economic tumor. Despite the swollen ranks of the federal workforce, Canadians are left grappling with dismal service delivery, staggering government inefficiencies, and reckless spending that borders on the absurd. Rather than igniting innovation or addressing the pressing national challenges we face, Trudeau's administration has shamelessly prioritized the bloating of the bureaucracy to artificially inflate economic metrics, a dangerous game that comes at a staggering cost to taxpayers. The opportunity costs may well be even more alarming. Every dollar siphoned into this festering bureaucracy is a dollar that cannot be spent on meaningful initiatives to tackle Canada's urgent issues. It's time we wake up and recognize that a leaner, more efficient public service isn't just a fanciful wish, it's a necessity for protecting the economic future of Canada. The question remains, how much longer can we afford to let this monstrous bureaucracy roam unchecked? As we stand at this critical juncture, it's imperative to confront the harsh reality of Trudeau's reckless spending spree. While he continues to inflate his own ego by touting job creation numbers, the truth remains, he is mortgaging the future of Canadians for fleeting political gains. This isn't just about bureaucratic growth, it's about the fundamental erosion of our fiscal stability and the betrayal of hardworking taxpayers who deserve better. The question is not merely what will become of our economy under this weight, but how much longer we can endure this unchecked expansion of waste. We mustn't let this become the norm. Let's raise our voices against this alarming trajectory. Share your thoughts below about Justin Trudeau's wasteful spending and the impact of his decisions on our nation. Do you believe he's merely patting himself on the back while deceiving Canadians? We want to hear from you. And if you appreciate content like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Help us tell YouTube that you want to see more engaging discussions about Canada's future and the cost of government mismanagement. Let's keep the conversation going.